All right, Coach, coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Chargers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now a carry by the 3rd-year man. This is Austin Eckler. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. On 2nd and 9, Rivers. And that is incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Rivers. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. And by the way, it's worth noting that the Packers are one of 3 teams that Phillip Rivers has never beaten in his long career in the league. Carolina is one, of course, his own team, the Chargers, another, and then the Packers rounding out the 3. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Rivers, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Rivers. And caught by Henry. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Jackson. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 3rd and 1, here's Rivers. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. All right. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Pilot, 64, weak. And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Let's go, one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
Check 31, check 31. Watch twist. Tighten up.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. On 2nd and 15 now. Rodgers lets this one rip toward Graham. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Push him back.
Rivers now from the 50. And he fires one incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Hey, ready.
On 3rd down, Rivers, and it's complete. Henry, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates' career coming to a close, they expect a lot out of the 24-year-old Hunter Henry. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Rivers. He'll get this to Eckler. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
He completes it to Henry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Rivers now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. It's complete to Williams. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. As they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, and that's complete to Adams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Rodgers on target to Valdez-Scantling, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Let's go. Let's do it.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
26. Check, 31's the mic. Watch the pass.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers looking downfield for Jones. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. It'll be a net of 39. 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. From the 22, Rivers. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Second and 6 at the 28-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Eckler. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. He's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon.
Set, 380, hey, 79, 79. Watch the ship, watch the ship, hey, watch the ship, watch the ship.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. It's Eckler again. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Stay there, stay there. Black 15. Hey, let's go. Come. You don't want none, baby. You don't.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. And oh my goodness, what a catch at the 6. 16 yards, a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. On 2nd and goal, Rivers, and he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Dean Lowry, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Completes it to Benjamin. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
Rivers going to try and sneak it. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Red Delta!
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Badgley able to punch this one through. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
At the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You got 58. Back north. 398.
On the delay, here's Hunt. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career. And he's going to need another one right now. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. 11 yards there, first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Shreds him with a stiff arm. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
319. Come on. 319.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. On play action, Rodgers. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Extra point try now for Crosby. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Packers 14. Chargers.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. Let's see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another. Running on first down, Eckler. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On second down now. It's Jackson, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down, keep the sticks moving.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The tackle made there by Kyler Fackrell. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Rivers. Benjamin's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rivers now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Rivers hands off to Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more coming.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Rodgers. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 77 yards. And the Packers have retaken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, Haywood. Hey.
To throw again on second down. Rivers. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Mike 51. 12. 51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. Go.
Back to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26. Back to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
50, check by 50. Get that quarterback. And cluster. Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike. Five. All day. Mike 50. Zero. Run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Here's Rivers. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's fourth down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on fourth down.
I can't believe they let you play.
Rivers to throw for it on fourth. Green brings it in. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. He's back to throw. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
Check 218, chop it. Hey, Delta!
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
They'll try to close it out now. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So for the home team here, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Southern California.